Every day, approximately 800 million vehicles consume around 7 billion liters of fuel. Keeping gas stations supplied with this fuel is an incredibly complex and dangerous job. Have you ever wondered how gasoline is produced? Stay tuned and watch this video, because we'll explain it to you. This is one of the most powerful places in the world. The oil industry in the United States is located in Texas. Since its beginnings in 1901, nearly 60 billion barrels of oil have been extracted. And if the oil companies have calculated correctly, there are still around 10 billion barrels to be extracted. Oil is not only the primary fuel, but it also provides 50% of the energy we need. Petrochemical derivatives are also essential for most everyday products, such as plastics, asphalt, tires, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals. The sticky, smelly, black liquid you're seeing is crude oil, which is the raw material for making gasoline. Oil is found deep within the earth. Tens of millions of years ago, plants and tiny marine creatures died, and their remains fell into the seabeds and became covered with sediments. Over centuries, this mass of organic material underwent a chemical transformation due to heat and pressure. After 250 million years, it became one of the most important sources of energy in the world. Over 2,000 new wells are dug each month in Texas, and more than 900,000 barrels of crude oil are extracted from them every day. To maintain the flow of oil, producers like Occidental Petroleum drill an average of 1 new well per day. This hard and noisy work under the sun is a daily routine for them. After identifying potential oil and natural gas deposits beneath the ground using seismic technology, the drilling location is chosen. Although this technology helps, oil exploration remains a challenge. If the well turns out to be productive, the crude oil is sent to a refinery where it is processed to produce gasoline, diesel, aviation fuel, and other products. But finding and extracting oil from the subsurface is only half the challenge. It also needs to be transported. In this area known as the Permian Basin, the oil is located at depths of up to 4,000 meters, trapped within rocks that are 542 million years old. To reach the oil, they use massive engines that make a large diamond-tipped drill bit sink into the earth. However, friction generates a very high temperature, so it's necessary to constantly pump water at pressure into the hole to cool the cutting head. Then, the water carries the debris to the surface in the form of mud. This work is noisy and very dangerous. They must ensure that the drill pressure is appropriate. If it's insufficient, it won't be able to cut. If it's too high, it will break. Additionally, there is the risk of gas emissions that could cause catastrophic explosions. While they drill, the team must continuously add sections of drilling pipe using a 5-ton automatic wrench. As the drill advances at a speed of 5 meters per hour, this arduous task must be repeated every 24 hours. If they're lucky, they will finally find oil. Initially, the pressure from the trapped oil causes it to flow through small holes into the pipeline and rise to the surface. However, this natural pressure doesn't last forever. Therefore, to maintain a continuous flow of oil, a piston pump is used for deep wells. The circular motion of the engine is converted into vertical motion, and, like a huge metal syringe, it draws oil to the surface. The fluid from each well is extracted through a pipeline, and all the well pipelines feed into a main line that leads to a gas disposal vessel. The fluid contains carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and natural gas, which need to be removed. These pumps serve to collect the black gold of Texas. However, these oil fields are far from where the crude oil is needed, so a series of pumps transport it through a pipeline on a journey of 1,000 kilometers to its destination. This is the largest oil refinery in the United States, with over 8,000 kilometers of metal pipelines covering 10 square kilometers. This plant can refine over 562,000 barrels of crude oil per day. The noise is so deafening that the 4,000 plant workers use over 1 million ear protectors each year. This place is so vast that it not only processes oil from Texas but also refines oil from all over the world. Crude oil contains a mixture of hydrocarbons, each with a different number of carbon atoms. These hydrocarbons have different weights. Propane is the lightest, while the heavier ones are used to produce asphalt. The team is responsible for removing and treating hydrogen sulfide, converting it into sulfur that a local farm purchases to use as fertilizer. After heating the oil to over 370 degrees, it is pumped to the base of the tower, where it rises as vapor, just like boiling water. When it cools, the molecules condense. The heavier asphalts settle at the bottom, while lighter molecules like gasoline and kerosene continue to rise until they also condense and can be extracted through a siphon. Out of every 191 barrels of crude oil, 88 liters of gasoline, 48 liters of diesel, approximately 26 liters of kerosene, almost 7 liters of propane, and 32 liters of other products such as lubricants and plastics are extracted. This plant produces enough gasoline for a car to make 770 round trips to the moon. The fuel is tested in an old engine to assess its detonation capacity. Detonation occurs when the fuel ignites spontaneously upon compression in the engine cylinder. The data obtained in the laboratory is sent back to the refinery to correct any possible errors in the blend and ensure its perfection. The time comes to open some valves so that the gasoline flows through underground pipelines until it reaches nearby terminals. From there, it is transferred to huge tanker trucks. However, loading a tanker truck is more dangerous than filling a car's gas tank. An error during the truck's loading or unloading could cause a serious explosion. The metal body of the truck can generate sparks due to static electricity, so the first thing they do is connect a grounding cable and activate sensors for protection against possible overfilling. A second pipe, known as a vapor recovery pipe, absorbs the emitted vapors to prevent them from dispersing into the atmosphere. Approximately 4 million liters of gasoline are transported to gas stations every day. After pouring the gasoline into the huge tanks, it's ready for consumption. The next time you fill up your fuel tank and think about how expensive fuel is, remember the government and oil producers. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it and share it with someone who might be interested. Also, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications to keep learning.